Hello students, welcome to the class. In our previous class, we were discussing with the chemical reactions of haloalkenes. I will continue with the chemical reactions of haloarenes in the present class. Almost the reactivities are similar with respect to haloalkenes, but there are few differences with it, as well as a replacement reaction, which is an additional reaction here. Nucleophilic substitution reactions we learned in haloalkanes also with SN1 and SN2 mechanism. Here, the rate of nucleophilic substitution reaction with haloarenes is very slow. We'll try to know what are the reasons for that. So what are the reasons for less reactivity towards nucleophilic substitution reaction with haloarenes? We'll try to see the reasons. Then after learning the reason with the example, how the chlorobenzene gives rise to phenol, we'll take it as example, and the influence of the electron withdrawing groups in the aromatic ring towards the nucleophilic substitution we'll try to learn. Then in haloalkanes we learned additionally the beta elimination reaction. Now instead of that we have electrophilic substitution reactions. Whatever the aromatic compounds you take, electrophilic substitution reactions are the common chemical reactions of all the aromatic compounds. About this in detail with mechanism, we learned in the first PUC hydrocarbons unit. You can recollect the information. With respect to haloarenes, the halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, and Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation reactions will try to relate. Then with haloalkanes, we have seen Wurtz reaction. Now with one haloalkane and one haloarene, the reaction with sodium metal, we are learning as a special named reaction, Wurtz-Fittig reaction. And with only aryl halides reaction with sodium metal, we are learning as a special named reaction, Fittig reaction. It's a continuation of that. We learn with Wurtz-Fittig and Fittig reaction to complete the chemical reactions of haloarenes. Now we'll start with the first one, nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now we'll learn with nucleophilic substitution reactions for haloarenes. Now the first point to relate is that the rate of nucleophilic substitution reaction, so we'll consider NSR in symbol to indicate. So what is a nucleophilic substitution reaction? Now the rate of nucleophilic substitution reaction of haloarenes, if we take, is very slow when compared with haloalkenes. So which is very important information to understand. So can be expected as 1 mark and 2 mark question. So what are the reasons or why haloarenes are less reactive when compared with haloalkanes for nucleophilic substitution reaction will be asked. Now, if we observe the main reasons for this, so then we can easily relate why the rate of reaction is very slow with haloarenes. The first reason to consider will take the resonance effect. One reason is resonance effect. The second will consider the hybridization concept. The carbon hybridization of the CX bond will try to consider. Then the third important reason is instability of phenyl cation. We'll try to understand each one in detail. There is one more reason also, just you can remember it. It is because of the possible repulsion it is likely for the electron-rich nucleophile to approach the electron-rich arenes that will try to take it as additional reason. So these are the three important reasons to understand why the rate of nucleophilic substitution for haloarenes is very slow when compared with haloalkanes. Now, first one we'll try to consider. So why, due to resonance effect, the rate of reactivity of haloarenes towards NSR reactions is very slow. Now, to understand this, we'll consider the resonance structures for haloarenes. The resonance effect we'll try to take. Just to understand, I'm representing all the resonance structures here. That will be more easy to understand the reason. Now, if you take any haloarene, the benzene ring attached with halogen directly makes the compound as haloarene. So we'll take any of the respective compounds. So with respect to one simple example, we'll take to understand the resonance effect. So I will take the chlorobenzene here. Now the chlorine attached to the benzene ring is an electron releasing group here. So as a result of this, the delocalization of electron takes place towards the benzene ring. As a result, what happens, you can consider now the electrons will shift towards the CCl bond. As a result of this, this carbon will loses its stability. As a result, to gain the stability, so the pi electrons of adjacent CC bond will shift to the carbon. As a result, the structure formed will be, now between the C and Cl, there is a partial double bond character arises. So due to the delocalization of pi electrons or lone pair of electrons present on the Cl. Now these pi electrons are shifted towards this adjacent carbon. As a result, this carbon gains a negative charge. Now these double bonds are as such. Now the resonance effect will continue. So these electrons on the carbon will shift to adjacent carbon-carbon bond. The pi electrons will shift to the adjacent carbon. As a result, the resonating structures you can continue. The canonical structures of it is obtained. Now there is a partial double bond seen in the CCl bond is continued, and dislocation of these electrons towards this carbon will make a double bond here, a pi bond. As a result, this carbon, so the pi electrons will shift onto this. As a result, at para position, we are going to see a negative charge, and this pi bond is as such. Again, the delocalization in the aromatic ring continues. So these electrons on the carbon shift to adjacent single bond, and the pi electrons will shift to adjacent carbon. As a result, the next canonical structure obtained, again with partial double bond character, you are going to see the CCl bond. And this bond is as such. Due to the delocalization of this electron, there is a pi bond formed here, and the pi electron shifts to this carbon. As a result, a negative charge on this carbon. Now the electrons on this will shift to adjacent carbon-carbon bond, and the pi electrons will restore to the chlorine to give its completion of resonating structure. Now the difference between the first and the last structure here is that the position of the double bond is interchanged. Now intermediate structures, if you take the second structure, the third structure, and the fourth structure, so on all these three intermediate canonical structures, canonical or resonance structures, what you can observe is that, so between CCl bond, there is a double bond seen. So this CCl is acquiring a partial double bond character. Now you know that from the bond parameters, single bond is weaker when compared to a double bond. If you take the haloalkanes, the CX bond is a single bond, and if you take in the case of this, there is a partial double bond character. As a result, the contrary, if you observe, so this dissociation bond is a weaker, and this dissociation of CCl bond is stronger. So hence the cleavage requires more energy. So due to this partial double bond character, so haloarenes will show less reactivity towards nucleophilic substitution, because you know that the halogen carbon bond has to be cleaved, and this position is substituted by a nucleophile in the process. Now the nucleophile to substitute either for haloalkenes or for haloarenes, the CX bond has to undergo a cleavage. Now, in the case of haloalkenes, this cleavage is easier when compared to haloarenes. So, whereas in haloarenes, this cleavage is difficult because of acquiring the partial double bond character as a result of resonance. So, hence they are weaker reactivity showing compounds towards the nucleophilic substitution reactions. So that supports the first one, the resonance effect. Now due to the resonance, so this partial double bond character which is seen between the CX bond, the CX bond partial double bond character is responsible for why haloarenes are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. Hope this first reason is clear. So try to understand clearly. In haloalkenes, CX bond cleavage, if you relate with the haloarene CX bond cleavage, the haloarene CX bond cleavage in the nucleophilic substitution is difficult because it is having a partial double bond character arise due to resonance effect. Whereas in this case, as there is no resonance, so no partial double bond character, this cleavage is easier when compared to this. So the resonating structures will support the information. The second, the third and fourth structure, if you observe, so how the CCl bond or the carbon halogen bond is acquiring a partial double bond character. So the positive resonance effect you can easily recollect from the electron displacement effects learned from the first UC syllabus. Hope this reason is clear now. If the reason is asked, so this point you can answer the highlighted point. If it is a 2-mark question supportive to it, so you may write the resonance structure to support partial double bond character information. Now we'll take the second reason why haloarenes are less reactive. Now if you take in the case of haloalkene, in general, if you take any haloalkene, the halogen attached carbon is present in sp3 hybridization apart from few other types what you have. So you can recall the types allylic, benzylic, vinylic and aryl halides. Except in vinylic halides, so in all the other haloalkenes, you are going to see that the halogen attached to alkyl carbon is present in sp3 hybridization. Whereas if you take the haloarenes, if you take the haloarenes, now the carbon, so which is in the aromatic ring, there will be a double bond either between this carbon or this carbon. So whatever you are going to observe with respect to aromatic ring, just to represent, I am writing all the carbon atoms. So all with hydrogen, alternate double bond, a benzene ring actually. So I am writing it in a complete structural form. So just focus on this position. The halogen linked carbon, if you take here, it is surrounded by one pi bond, hence it is sp2 hybridized. So hence, if you observe, So here the carbon is present with sp3 hybridization. Here the carbon is present with sp2 hybridization. The halogen attached carbon is present with sp2 hybridization in the case of haloarenes. In the haloalkanes it is with sp3 hybridization. So this difference in the hybridization again is a responsible factor why haloarenes are less reactive towards the respective effect. Now, as a result of this hybridization aspect, the bond length of CX bond differs. Now, if you take with respect to a simple CCl single bond, the bond length is nearly 177 picometer. If it is a CCl bond, it is nearly 177 picometers. Whereas if you take the CCl bond in the case of haloarenes, so the bond length is nearly 169 picometers. Now this lesser length indicates more stronger CCl bond in the case of haloarene when compared with haloalkane. Just as an example, a chlorine containing haloalkane CaCl bond and the chlorine containing benzene ring CCl bond of aromatic compound I have shown here. The bond length information based on hybridization explains that why the reactivity of haloarenes is very slow. Now that's all about that. Then if you consider the last one, instability of phenyl cation, is if you take once the halogen CX bond is cleaved, so X will acquire a negative charge halide ion, the carbon acquires a positive charge. If you take whatever this phenyl cation formed, this phenyl cation is not resonance stabilized, hence the stability of the compound is not there. It is an unstable compound. So due to the instability of this phenyl cation, once the cleavage takes place between the CX bond, the halide ion and the phenyl cation form. This unstable phenyl cation again explains why in haloarenes the substitution reaction is difficult. Now with these supportive reasons, so we can understand the reactivity is slow when compared to haloalkanes, but still nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloarenes is possible. That we'll take in the next examples. Now by understanding with this supportive reasons, so we'll take the example now to learn. The example for nucleophilic substitution reaction. We'll take a chlorobenzene. When chlorobenzene is treated with a nucleophile giving species such as NaOH at a temperature of nearly 623 Kelvin and a pressure of nearly a very high, nearly 300 atmospheric pressure. Our chlorobenzene, if it is treated with these conditions, the nucleophile OH minus will substitute the position of Cl and will form phenol as the product. Phenol will be obtained as the product. Now, if you observe these conditions, that is very high temperature and very high pressure, so that shows how difficult is the reactivity to carry out. So the conditions explains the haloarenes are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution. This can be taken as a best example to understand. Here there are some more conditions which are facilitating the nucleophilic substitution reaction or will increase the reactivity rate for haloarenes also. One of the aspect is that to understand as an important aspect. So this in detail we are going to learn in the unit alcohols, phenols. So in the phenols we are learning the directive influence of electron withdrawing groups. So that we'll learn in detail. Now we'll focus with respect to the haloarenes concept as nucleophilic substitution reaction. The information is that if you have electron withdrawing groups, if there are electron withdrawing groups at ortho para positions, so these electron withdrawing groups will increases the rate of reactivity, rate of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now, how this directive influence is there, you can recollect with the previous slide information. Just you observe here. So what we learned. So in the intermediate second, third, and fourth structure of resonance, so at ortho position and para position, second and the fourth position, we are going to see that a negative charge. If you see the electron withdrawing groups are substituted at these positions, second, fourth, and sixth position. If any electron withdrawing group like nitro groups, if it is present, they will attract the incoming delocalized electron towards itself. As a result of their delocalization, the CCl bond will become weaker. As the pi electrons are delocalized towards the electron withdrawing group further in the resonance formation. So the CCl bond will become weaker. As a result, the substitution will be little easier when compared to simple haloarene. So hence, if you take here, so with a simple examples, we'll try to learn the same chlorobenzene. The simple chlorobenzene. Now at para position, we'll consider an electron withdrawing group is there, a nitro group. It is para nitro chlorobenzene. Or 4 nitro chlorobenzene if we take, if it is treated with NaOH. Now the conditions mainly you focus. Now the temperature needed here is nearly 443 Kelvin, which when compared with the chlorobenzene, it is 623 Kelvin. So with chlorobenzene, which requires 623 Kelvin, if you have an electron withdrawing group in the chlorobenzene at para position, then the temperature observed is nearly 443 Kelvin. As a result, the nucleophilic substitution reaction rate is facilitated at a lower temperature than the chlorobenzene condition. As a result, in the substitution, the product formed will be a phenol. At para position, the nitro group is there. It is para nitrophenol. Para nitrophenol will be obtained. So the temperature aspect explains that the rate of the reaction increases. Now we'll take one more substitution by electron withdrawing group and we'll consider the temperature condition. The same chlorobenzene, but in this case, we'll consider the substitution of electron withdrawing group at ortho position as well as para position. It is 2,4 dinitro chlorobenzene. We are seeing both at ortho and one para position, we are having the electron withdrawing group. If this is treated with NaOH, the temperature required here is still decreases. So it is nearly 368 Kelvin temperature is sufficient to substitute by the nucleophile OH minus. Hence, the product form will be at a lower temperature, explains the reactivity is increased due to the presence of two electron withdrawing groups. Hence, the product formed here will be 2,4 dinitrophenol. Similarly, we'll take one more example of influence of electron withdrawing group. we'll consider at all the three possible positions where the carbon getting negative charge in the resonance is substituted by a nucleophile, that is electron withdrawing group, nitro group, at two ortho positions, 2 and 6, and at one para position, that is 2, 4, 6. If you observe in this case 2, 4, 6 trinitrochlorobenzene, if you treat with NaOH and just warm the condition, warm the reaction mixture, you can going to see that the substitution by a nucleophile takes place to give the picric acid 2, 4, 6 trinitrophenol, which is called as picric acid, NO2, NO2, and root. It is 2, 4, 6 trinitrophenol. Now, what is the main conclusion I can observe here is that, so if you observe the temperature conditions, so with chlorobenzene, which was nearly 623 Kelvin, so I can observe here with variation of temperature due to the presence of electron withdrawing groups at a para position, the temperature is 443 Kelvin. Due to the presence of two electron withdrawing groups in the substitution, the temperature is 368 Kelvin. And due to the presence of three electron withdrawing groups, we are going to see that the temperature condition required for the substitution is just warming the reaction mixture. So these informations explains that the rate of reactivity of nucleophilic substitution reactions for haloarenes increases due to the presence of electron withdrawing groups. Now, for understanding the electrophilic substitution reactions, again we'll recall the resonance structures. We'll take chlorobenzene as haloarene in all the examples of electrophilic substitution reactions here. Now, due to the resonance, the delocalization of electrons present on the chlorine, so we know that the resonance structures possible are due to this delocalization, there is a partial double bond formed here. These pi electrons will delocalize on this carbon at ortho position, and in the next structure you can observe. So if these electrons delocalize here, a pi bond is formed here, and due to just the displacement effect, you can consider with the arrows negative charge here at a para position. Again, due to the delocalization of these electrons to adjacent single bond and the pi electrons to adjacent carbon, you are going to see a negative charge carbanion formed here, and there is a double bond here. At para position, you are going to see an electron rich center which attracts the electrophile. And with complete resonance with alternate double bonds, the chlorobenzene. Now, if you observe these intermediate structure 1, 2, and 3. So here, so the ortho position, here the para position, and here again the ortho position. The second position with respect to halogen substitution, the fourth position with respect to halogen substitution, again the second position, we go in this direction with respect to halogen position. So in all these positions, we are going to see that there is a negative charge on carbon. So these carbon atoms act as electron rich centers, So these electron-rich centers will give the space for the incoming electrophiles in the substitution reaction to come and bind. So hence electrophile is attracted towards electron-rich centers, that is at ortho and para position. If we consider the conclusion of all these aspects, again you can recall the directive influence as the halogens or activating groups. So activating groups will always direct the incoming electrophile to ortho and para position. Hence they are ortho and para directing. And if you see in the substitution ortho and para position, the stability of the product we consider. So ortho will be obtained in lesser yield and para will be obtained in a greater yield or in a major yield. The reason for this is a steric aspect. So steric hindrance is less in the case of the para groups, hence they are more stable. They are more stable, whereas steric hindrance is more in the case of ortho substitution, hence it is less stable. Less stable due to more steric hindrance. So ortho products are obtained in lesser yield, and due to greater stability, due to less steric hindrance, so the stability of para product is more, hence it is obtained in the major yield. Major product will be the para product. So lesser or the product obtained in minor yield will be the ortho product. I will try to learn with the examples of all these things. So this is the basic information regarding the electrophilic substitutions of halo-orange. The halogen present will make the incoming electrophiles to attracted towards ortho and para position. As a result, the substitution takes place at ortho and para position, and always we will get a mixture of products in the electrophilic substitution of halo-orange. The mixture of products are ortho and para products. Para products will be obtained in the major yield due to the steric reason. Ortho products will be obtained in lesser yield or the minor products because steric hindrance is more, the product is less stable when compared to the para. So this will be asked as a reasoning question. Try to understand. For 1 mark, the concept is useful. So all the examples of electrophilic substitution will be a direct to 2 mark. You can consider that with examples now that we'll try to learn. So we'll consider the first example of electrophilic substitution reaction as halogenation. Chlorination will take under the halogenation zone. So here the catalyst used is anhydrous ferric chloride. So if you take the example of haloarine as chlorobenzene, try to use the chlorobenzene as example in all the electrophilic substitution reactions here. So once the chlorobenzene is treated with halogen chlorine in presence of anhydrous ferric chloride FeCl3. So we are going to see that the Cl plus which generated as electrophile, so you can recall the mechanisms of electrophilic substitution reaction: generation of electrophile, attack of the electrophile to form unstable arenium cation, and in the third step, loss of a proton to give the product. So that aspect. Now one of the product is substitution at ortho position, and another product obtained is a substitution at para position. If you take with a balanced equation, so 2 moles of haloarine will react with 2 moles of chlorine. So during which from each chlorine 1 Cl plus acts as electrophile and another Cl minus So by accepting the removal of hydrogen there will be removed as 2HL. It is optional. If you want to show this, you can write the numbers. Otherwise, you can skip this. Directly, you can write the chlorobenzene with chlorine. Only the two main products you can write. If you want the balanced equation, you can show both. Now this will be 1, 2 dichlorobenzene, and this one is 1, 4 dichlorobenzene. Try to practice mentioning the major product and the minor product below the products there. Now this will be obtained in greater yield, hence the major product, and this will be obtained in minor yield. Already you know the reasons why it is obtained as major and minor. Now this is optional to represent the stoichiometric values and the side product HCl. You can skip this, but the main reactant with chlorine and the two main products has to be shown as compulsory. Just as an example in detail, I have written for this, so you can skip this also. So for the second one, we'll try to observe now. The second electrophilic substitution reaction will take nitration. So for nitration, we are going to use a nitrating mixture. That is mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. So H2SO4 acts as catalyst in the case. Now if you consider with equation based explanation. So try to practice self-explanatory based equations, and if required, try to write the same in the form of simple sentence to explain the equation. Now we'll take the same example. Chlorobenzene. So here I will just show the reactivity. I will not balance the equation like what we have seen in this case, 2, 2 and 2 HCl. So your will be with another water will be formed as a side product. Just I will show the formation of the product, because balanced equations are not necessary in the organic of these topics. So it is treating with nitric acid. So nitro group is generated as electrophile. In each case, try to practice to remember the electrophile, what it is generated. The halogenation, the Cl plus acts as electrophile. Here the nitro group acts as electrophile, which substitutes at ortho and para position. The first example product formed is the substitution at ortho position. The second formed is substitution at para position. So it is ortho nitro chlorobenzene. You can also represent it instead of ortho 2 nitro chlorobenzene. And this one will be para nitro chlorobenzene. Instead of para with IUPAC name, you can represent it as 4. So with para nitro chlorobenzene, so that is 4 nitro chlorobenzene, the IUPAC name. So this will be obtained as a major product, and this will be obtained as a minor product. So if you write with balanced equation, it will be 2 here. It will be 2 moles of nitric acid will be used in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, H2SO4. It acts as catalyst. So along with the product, so we are going to see the removal of 2 moles of water. This is again optional. If you want, you can write this, or else you can write only the main reactivity to explain in the equation. We'll learn with the third one. It is sulfonation reaction. So here the concentrated sulfuric acid is used. So actually the oleum will be used. Here SO3H plus acts as the electrophile. As a sulfonic acid group, SO3H is a functional group. The name of the compound what we are going to name in the product is very important in this case. It's chlorobenzene is treated with sulfuric acid. So SO3H plus generated as electrophile will attack at ortho and para position. So one product formed at substitution in ortho position, and another product formed where the substitution occurs at para position. We observe the names of this compound as SO3H is a functional group, sulfonic acid is a suffix used for that. So now chloro will be the prefix. Now ortho chloro or 2-chloro benzene sulfonic acid. Another one, para chloro or 4-chloro benzene sulfonic acid. So here the names are very important. So IUPAC names they may ask in the question. So try to remember clearly as SO3H is a functional group. So chlorine as a halogen in the IUPAC naming so will be used as only prefix. So with suffix of SO3H as sulfonic acid, you need to name the compounds. Sulfonic acid. Now this will be obtained as a minor product and the para will be obtained as a major product. Now this is in simple, the sulfonation, and we have the last electrophilic substitution reactions. It is Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction and Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So both are very important type of electrophilic substitution reactions. Can be taken as an named reactions also. It is Friedel-Crafts will take alkylation and acylation. Both will try to consider. Both are very important ones. Now we'll consider first alkylation. In Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation, in both the catalyst used will be a 1-mark question. It is anhydrous aluminum chloride, AlCl3 is used as catalyst for both Friedel-Crafts alkylation as well as acylation. In alkylation, it is used with or treated with, that is haloarine is treated with an alkylating group CH3Cl. In acylation, we'll treat with an acyl chloride CH3COCl. I will take with the reactivity point of view. So when chlorobenzene, if it is treated with an alkyl halide, we'll take the example of methyl chloride. In presence of the catalyst anhydrous AlCl3, which is very important, without writing the catalyst, you will not get a mark in the Friedel-Crafts reaction. So as the catalyst is the important one in explaining Friedel-Crafts reaction, it should be mentioned on the reaction arrow. So in one case, the alkyl group substitutes at ortho position, and in the other product at para position. And we know that with benzene ring, the methyl group, that is C6H5CH3, is commonly known as toluene. So chloro can be used as a prefix here. It is orthochlorotoluene, para-chlorotoluene as the products obtained. So para will be in a major yield and ortho in a lesser yield as a minor product. So UPSC name actually. So 1-chloro 4-methyl benzene. It will be 1-chloro 4-methyl benzene. And acylation, if you consider a similar reactivity, but the name is important. So that we'll try to focus with reactivity now. So once chlorobenzene is treated with acyl chloride, CH3COCl, an acylating agent, in presence of the catalyst, it is anhydrous AlCl3. Acyl group generated as electrophile substitutes at ortho and para position. COCH3, and another product is acyl group substitutes at para position, COCH. Now C6H5COCH3 is acetophenone, so which is commonly used name as well as a UPSC name. Now chlorine will be taken as prefix. It is orthochloroacetophenone or 2-chloroacetophenone. And this will be 4-chloroacetophenone. So 4-chloroacetophenone will be obtained in major yield and 2-chloroacetophenone will be obtained in lesser yield as a minor product. That is, in alkylation, methyl group acts as electrophile, and in acylation, it is acyl group CH3CO plus acts as electrophile. When you're showing the substitution, so through this CO, it has to be bonded. So hence, try to remember very clearly when you practice the structures. So that's all with the very simple electrophilic substitution reaction types what we have in the syllabus. Now we left with the last chemical reactivity of haloarenes, that is reaction with metals.